Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Kim, and I will be pulling for the month of November, and I will be exploring a few things, how we're doing energetically as a collective with surrounding energy with us. Exploring the government shutdown again and that outcome for November. What are we, 3 weeks in now? I feel like we're close to this ending. But let's see, when I look at the energy deeper, let's see what that looks like, okay? I want to also explore the energy surrounding our elections coming up. The energy surrounding the Democrats and the Republicans, see what's going on there, the outcome there, and some other things I'm not sure yet, though. Okay, so I'm just I have a little plan. I do have a plan, not concepts, okay, but I have a little plan of what we will be exploring today. All right, so it's Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. Hope you're doing something relaxing. I hope you are managing your stress as much as you can. Things have been very crazy. We have moved into the month of November. It's November 1st. And I feel like this month will be a little bit lighter for us energetically. Okay? Before I begin, everything I say here is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say here is for informational purposes only. Everything I say here is alleged, okay? All right, so I don't have much to say in terms of an intro. I don't have a lot to say, so I figured let's just get into it, Let's just do that. So what am I looking at first? The overarching energy for the U.S. collective. Which deck should I use? Let's see. What deck should I start with? This one? Okay, I feel like it was always this one, but this one? This one? Okay, it's the first one I grabbed. Alright, overarching energy. Overarching. Let's see here. So I don't know if you guys saw, but I think it was a judge from Maine ruled that the Trump administration has to release those funds, those in case of emergency funds, so people can get their SNAP benefits and feed their families and feed themselves, and so children can eat. We'll see what happens with that. The courts do work, despite, there are some courts that still exist that are stopping this for the month of November. Okay, the Star and the Star and the Empress. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, we got the Eight of Swords and the Magician. 3 major cards. For the month of November, I said things will start to feel lighter. And if you want 3 cards, that's the power you want. The Star, the Empress, and the Magician. Very close to divine intervention here. What was I saying? About the SNAP benefits. So a court ruled that those funds must be released. 6 of Swords, yes. so far things are looking light. And we'll see if the Trump administration complies. We will see if they comply. They do what they want, but But what I found interesting is that this man, this guy here, we got more cards coming out. We got the Tower in reverse. I feel like these aren't correct. I'll shuffle some more if they come up. Those are the cards, but I don't think that's accurate. It was the Tower, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles, but it doesn't make sense. Tower in reverse though, but we'll see. Anyway, what was I saying? I grabbed the deck crazy. I always do that. Nine of Wands, Knight of Wands. I keep losing my train of thought here. But he just is like, oh, most of the Democrats are the ones that are on Snap, and I want to feed everyone. I want to feed them. I want to feed everyone. So it's just like, and he's like, it's just the Democrats' fault, and it's just like, sir, no one's believing you. One, that doesn't matter at this point. You want to feed everyone, you would not be doing this. And why would you say it's a Democrat? It's mostly Democrats that use SNAP benefits. What does that matter? First of all, that's inaccurate. And second of all, what does that matter? You said, I just want to feed everyone. No, you don't. You don't want to feed anyone. It's a hostage situation here. You don't want to feed anyone. Did I do it again? Three of Pentacles in reverse. I just need one more card. Give me the most overarching energy here to sum it up. This year has been a tough year. And I can't believe we're in November. It's gone by so quick, and it's been rough. It really has. But it's underneath the roughness, I feel like there's, I talked a lot about lessons, when I haven't channeled this week. I will tomorrow, but there's lessons that we're all going through. And through the lessons, it's like the harshness and the toughness a lot of people are experiencing in their personal lives. But I also see energetically, even myself, most definitely, I also see like energetically, we're coming out on the other side here. We're coming out on the other side. The King of Wands on the bottom. Eight of Pentacles. Some of these cards want to come out in reverse. Okay. We have the Star. We have, this was in reverse. I'm just going to leave it like that, how it came out. We have the Star. We have the Empress. Eight of Swords. Magician. Six of Swords. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Wands. Nine of Wands, the number 9. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Interesting that these two is in reverse with this in the middle. So some difficulties with stability, perhaps. Discipline or it's like expansion here. Right. These are in reverse. Let me get clarifiers, because it doesn't feel, clarifier for the Three of Pentacles, please, in reverse. It really may be residual energy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Both the Seven of Pentacles. I mean, the Seven of Cups, not the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Okay. Facing you. And the Five of Wands. Five of Wands. So that would make sense if the Three of Pentacles is. So there's some conflict in the energy with us. And let me get a clarifier for the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Or exposure. This Five of Wands also equals exposing, people who do things they aren't supposed to. Okay. Clarifier for Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Wands. Okay, interesting. I hear the message. Okay. Major cards here. The Star, the Empress, the Magician. Okay, three major cards here. I'm going to throw some words real quick. We have healing. We have feminine energy. We have... It's interesting because the Star is here and the message over here is like... Right in this area here, it's like trying to, as energetically, either something trying to be... I'm just listening. Give me a second. Okay, so what I'm hearing is on the surface, excuse me, I need water. On the surface, there's energy for us energetically where I heard the word disillusion, okay? Sadness, perhaps even, what everything is we're looking at and what we're seeing, that's on the surface. But there's this energy being pushed into us energetically. The energy surrounding us, right? That can have a cause and effect that could progress change, for the better. And the energy is these major cards here that you see. Six of Swords is a card of transition. And a lot of times, a pause. I'm all over the place. Bear with me, okay? Because there's so much information being pumped into my mind that I'm trying to organize. My mouth cannot catch up with my brain and the things that I'm being told, okay? So bear with me. But what's happening energetically here is that on the surface, we're in a space of maybe confusion. Because Seven of Cups is here. Okay, we're in a space of perhaps discernment, judgment, having insight, being able to feeling like there's no control, or feeling like we don't have control, or feeling like we are all over the place. That's what this is how I can articulate what my guides are telling me. But the reality is that this feeling, and it's a residual feeling from October. coming into this month. These things that we are carrying, this confusion, or maybe perhaps even a lack of direction, feeling guideless. Okay? And so what my guides are saying, what I'm hearing, is that this energy, none of us can resist it. Because what we're experiencing on the surface is being pushed out as we go through this month. Okay? So what we are experiencing on the surface is just surface level residual stuff. And I'm not saying that things are going to be rainbows and unicorns for November, but we're shifting energetically in a way where it's happening without us having to do much. You know what I mean? It's just the energy that this is what the Six of Swords, how I interpret the Six of Swords is like, sometimes a transition, it's a card of healing, first of all. It's a card of clarity. It's a card of guidance. You see, she is guiding. You see the thing in her hand here? She's pointing the way. It's like a light. It's a lighthouse out there that. And Six of Swords is like you're transitioning into this new healing space with new clarity. And a lot of times, from my interpretation, is whether you resist it or not, it's just happening. Okay, we're moving into something. And this is a minor card, but I love the Six of Swords. Okay, so we're coming into November with this just like residual confusion, frustration, even, being in the contemplation stage, like I talk about. Okay, but what my guides is telling me in these cards, when you look at these major cards here, the Star is about your inner guidance, trusting your intuition. It's about hope. It's about having faith, because what Spirit is saying is that, what the universe is saying is that things are going to be okay. Things will turn out the way you want it to. Keep having, hope. Keep having faith. Keep praying if you do pray, because things are turning. Things are shifting. Okay, and the Empress is rebirth, and you have that here. Okay, so whenever you have change happening, that's what's happening. New beginnings, new ideas, new clarity, new ways of. The Empress is like a caring, nurturing, cradles you in this, terrible space we all find. I shouldn't say that. I don't want to say that, because that's the wrong words. But for some of us, this sort of space we find ourselves in, looking at everything and experiencing everything. Okay, and so the Empress is saying, "I'm here to take care of you." You think of Mother Nature when you think of the Empress, but it's also power. It's authority as well. Okay. It's taking control back. It is clarity as well. It's like new light, the Empress. Okay, and then here you have the Magician and the Empress with the Eight of Swords in the middle. And again, that's the residual energy, where you feel trapped, where you feel like you can't move forward, you can't make a choice, you don't know what to do, you're confused, you don't have a voice, you can't speak, But the Eight of Swords, the message is, it's a self-limiting, you put these limitations on yourself with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords remind you that you're actually not trapped, because as you move to this major card, there's a prominent energy, the major cards, okay? It's the Magician. power, authority, everything you need to move forward, to progress, to heal. The magician says you have it all. Okay, so that's where we are moving into November. This sort of remembrance of like, and I see it even, I was seeing it honestly like the last week of October, this moving into this feeling of, oh wait, we're starting to remember something here. And meaning like who we are as humans. I remember long ago when we were talking about food shortages back in December, January, and you guys would ask me about, they're saying that farms are going to be, blah, blah, blah. And I would talk about what I would see, people sharing resources, people helping each other out. And that is literally what's happening now. People figuring it out through resources, people really helping each other. I've seen amazing things of people helping those who did not get their benefits this month. People really rallying together, food banks just popping up out of thin air at libraries and high schools. And it's just really, that's what I saw. People really coming together and sharing resources. So it's just interesting. It's just another affirmation of this thing that I'm experiencing. But it's really amazing. That feeling of like remembering. I don't think we'll forget. I hope we won't forget what we could do, no matter who you are. I think for the most part, the opposition, there's more of people who are compassionate and empathetic than there aren't. They're just louder, and we pay too much attention to them. I think that's the main issue. But going back to the month of November, this energy that is pushing into us, with us maybe not even realizing it. It's happening whether we want it to. We want this energy. You want the magician's energy, because the magician is a card of manifestation. And then you have the star and the magician. Star is a card of manifestation too. It's a card of healing. It's a card of getting, trusting your inner guidance and getting the things you prayed for, whatever that may be. That's what the star is about. And then you have the magician, where it's the cards. With the magician, you can manifest what you want to see. So November, I think, is the month where it's a good time. I don't know about the planets. I'm not an astrologist. But I feel that it's a good time to really begin to think about what you want to see and make tangible steps towards it. Okay, because up here, the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Two of Wands, and Two of Wands is like implementing things, progression, foresight. But then the Eight of Pentacles is here. But the Two of Wands is the clarifier. Eight of Pentacles is about routine and doing something step by step, or mastering something, but it's in reverse. That's the residual coming in from October. Okay, because you have the Nine of Wands next to it, and the Nine of Wands, it recognizes like, yeah, things have been tough, but you have to keep going. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep, it's about perseverance. It's about strength, the Nine of Wands, because the message of the Nine of Wands is there's a light here guiding you. Guidance is the theme here. There's a light guiding you to the end of whatever this is. Struggle. Whew, I love that. Okay, because then you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. And Knight of Wands is a card, you know, it's about progression. It's about taking action. Strategic planning. It's a reminder that you have those skills. It's a big yes. It's a, you know, like it's time to move forward. The Knight of Wands, you want that. We want that energy. Ooh. And the three, so these two is in reverse. Three of Pentacles here. Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. It's about experimentation. Also about stability, reliability. So is the Eight of Pentacles. Working together. Three of Pentacles, and it's in reverse here. And the clarifier was the Seven of Cups and the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card of conflict. Okay, it's friction. It is struggle to get things together. So that may be something in our energy this month. But I also feel like it's the residual. Okay, I feel like this will be solved because the prominent energy here is these three cards: the Magician, the Empress, and the Star. The Six of Swords too, even if it's a minor card, I just love that. When the Six of Swords come in, it's coming from, the Six of Swords is going from rocky waters to calm waters. Okay, that's what the Six of Swords is about. So give me the outcome of this, because I do feel like it feels like, I'm going to be honest, this feels like a lack of cooperation in that we're just not doing, we are looking at something and saying, no, we're not doing that this month. Because, hey, we have options. We have choices to make. We're not going to cooperate with whatever this is. Give me an outcome for this, these three groupings of cards. That's what it feels like. Give me. I've been talking for a long time, but it's important energy. The Hierophant. Nine of Swords and the Hierophant. And the Sun is there. Then Strength. I said that I knew the Strength card was there. I knew it was there. Doing something, this energy is pushing into us without us really having to do much. That's what it feels like. That's why this is in reverse too, because it also feels like for some of us, perhaps a lot of us, the energy is resisting. This is the government, the Hierophant. It's about conforming, and it's about systems and institutions, the Hierophant. And this is in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles is like, who's upright? You're collaborating, you're working together. But it's in reverse. And the Five of Wands is here, and that's why I feel like the Nine of Swords too is about scandal. This here, that's why we're resisting whatever this Hierophant is doing. Not conforming. That's what it feels like. And the Sun and the Strength card. More clarity, abundance. And the Strength card is perseverance as well. It's cool. These are affirming. Now we have 6 major cards. Total divine intervention. And it's really affirming this Nine of Wands, the Strength card. Okay, so the energy surrounding us, there's a really good energy pushing inside of us, pushing out the old residual energy of the last few months. You have the Sun, guys, come on. But we're resisting not conforming. That's why the Five of Wands there. That's why the Nine of Swords is there. That's why Three of Pentacles is in reverse. That's good stuff. Very, very nice. Okay. Very nice. I don't even have to really I don't really have to okay, the world, Two of Wands. So what events will we be looking at that will affect us? The King of Wands. Something big this month. Oh, we'll be looking at it. Two of Wands. Is this a Two of Wands? So you don't want a Three of Wands then? No, it was a two. There's a lot of fire energy, yes, because Scorpio season. I'm a Scorpio, but anyway, something big will be happening this month. The world is here. New cycles, you know, completing a cycle. That's why we're transitioning into this big time energy. Things coming full circle. People will be looking at a big event. There's a Two of Wands is here. Two of Wands is here, and the King of Wands will bring on this feeling of wanting to take action. This feeling of authority for us. Whatever this event, this is the event. That's why it's a major card. Okay. Transition and change. Whatever this is will bring on these new feelings, not feelings. This is new energy. Okay. So this month looks very good for us, actually. The U.S. Collective. Very, very good. Very good. All right, so I will look at look at the government shutdown. I'm going to use this deck because it feels very powerful right now. Okay. Government shutdown. First of all, will the government open up this month? I said 2 to 3 weeks. We're moving into 4 weeks, maybe? I'm not even sure. Week's been blurry for me, guys. Okay. Will the government open up this week? I mean, not this week, this month. I heard time will tell. What do you mean time will tell? Time will tell, child. Let's see. Show me. Can you show? Will the government open up for the month of November? Saying maybe. Saying maybe. Time will tell. What is that based off of? Saying It's saying Donald Trump doesn't care. I mean, not, you know, he doesn't care about the government opening up, but he doesn't care what happens. There's nothing, there's no government. It really feels blind. Can you show me in the cards? Will the government open up in November? Before it was like, feels like a standstill energetically right now. It's kind of what I saw when I pulled. Okay, show me the cards. Doesn't feel good. Okay. All right. Now the moon. The tower in reverse. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what I'm saying. 4 of Cups. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse. It may be a solution. Ace of Cups in reverse. 9 of Cups upright. Moon. Things feel uncertain. The tower in reverse. 4 of Cups. Knight of Wands. And the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Wands. Ace of Cups in reverse. And 9 of Cups. The greedy merchant. The tower in reverse is like stagnation. It feels, you know, when the tower falls down, that means things are being wiped, you know, so something new can be built there. But if it's in reverse, what is this? This is not Google. I just need a validation. You guys know, right? Okay, here we go. Tower in reverse. Resisting necessary change. I knew it. A delayed or averted disaster. Okay. So it may open. It feels like maybe though, because the moon is here. Things are still kind of uncertain. The four of Cups here is apathy. Some people don't care. 5 of Pentacles could be finding a solution. That's why it's maybe though. It doesn't feel like a solid yes. It's going to open up this month. Ace of Cups in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. You know, Ace of Cups upright is about new beginnings. When it's in reverse, you have to take both sides have to take a long look. But it doesn't feel like both sides though. Let me get it clarified for the Tower, because resisting necessary change. Resisting necessary change. Necessary change. The Moon is uncertainty. Don't really see everything that's happening. That's why it feels like maybe, but not a solid yes. Death. Death is change and transition, and the Tower in reverse is resisting that. So it may not. That's why it's maybe. I see more of a no though, energetically. It doesn't feel, the energy doesn't feel like it's moving. With the Knight of Wands there, perhaps in the Nine of Wands, it feels like stuck. Five of Pentacles could be finding a solution, but looking at the other cards, it could also be stagnation or being stuck. So maybe. Okay. Show me, this is still in the government shutdown zone. Show me Democrats' outcome for the shutdown. How will they feel? What will be their successes? What will be their losses? Okay. Will they be successful? Actual Judgment, if it comes up, that's their card. Okay. High Priestess on the bottom. Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, Four of Swords, Five of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Sun, Five of Wands, Seven of Cups. The same cards for the overall. I might have to shuffle. Let's see. If this is different, then I'll put it. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, the Sun, King of Cups, King of Swords. That's a good balance. Three of Swords. They'll have to make some concessions. Six of Cups. Page of Cups. The Sun, the Star. Move these up. The Star. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. Some losses. Ace of Cups in reverse. That's before. High Priestess, Ace of Swords, Five of Swords. Winning at all costs. The Emperor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Six of Swords, Queen of Swords. You have two kings here. Nice balance between emotion and intellect. They're going to have some big wins with the Sun here, okay? They are they're not going, you know, I should look at the ACA in this reading. 5 of Wands is them fighting. They might even be friction amongst each other. Let me see. Let me get a clarifier. Let me ask, actually. Is this... There's a 5 of Wands in this... It's moving already. There's a 5 of Wands in this reading mean friction amongst the Democrats. Saying no. Clear the center. Does it mean friction amongst Democrats and Republicans? 5 of Wands. Does it mean friction amongst the Democrats and Republicans? Okay, saying yes, a little. It's getting stronger. Okay. Using discernment, reviewing their options, working very hard and diligent. They are, with the 8 of Pentacles here. 3 of Swords is 3 of Swords and 6 of Cups. Perhaps something they want from the past they may lose. That's what it feels like. So 3 of Swords, does the 3 of Swords represent something? The 3 of Swords and the 6 of Cups represent something from the past that they may lose. Does it represent something? Saying yes, okay. But it doesn't feel like a big thing. Perhaps a concession they may have to make. But saying yes. Okay. But it's not a big thing. The 7 of Pentacles is it's about the future. Making your garden flourish. Making your goals, your plans flourish, okay? They have a good balance between idealism and realism. We have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords. And you have the Page of Cups here. Okay? New things. Old concessions of old things, but there's new things coming in that they'll, it doesn't feel like a big deal, this concession they have to make, because it's the 7 of Pentacles is still going to, whatever they are, have planted, they're still going to be able to make it expand and grow. The Star is there. Yeah, I mean, the outcome doesn't look bad at all. It feels like they... Show me the outcome regarding the ACA for the Democrats. The Affordable Care Act, okay? Oh, the Emperor on the bottom. 4 of Swords. 10 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. The same cards. I may have to shuffle again. You got the 5 of Cups there. We have the Magician. I don't have to shuffle. 7 of... This is a prominent... This is their everyday fight. King of Swords. King of Cups. Okay. Wait, nope, that's not. That's not. Okay. The Tower. 5 of Cups. Not good. The Magician. Knight of Cups. 10 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. The ultimate outcome for the ACA. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. Okay. Four of Wands. Give me a clarifier for the Tower. The Devil. Give me a clarifier for the... Oh, I understand. Give me a clarifier for the Five of Cups. I understand. Judgment is on the bottom. The Hierophant. Five of Pentacles. Who's this Tower for? Is this Tower for losses regarding the ACA? No, that's what I didn't think. No, the Ten of Cups came out first, even though it's a minor card. This feels like it's the Devil's on top of here. Does the Tower represent defeating the Devil energy regarding the ACA in this reading? Oh, let's try that again. Does the Tower represent defeating the Devil regarding the ACA? Okay, saying yes, a little bit. How much time have I been talking? Okay, almost an hour. All right. There's a lot of information. This is I know some of you are like, oh, the Tower, the Five of Cups, but this is an event and an action taking place, because the Ten of Cups was the first thing that dropped out. Okay, and the energy doesn't feel terrible in terms of the democratic future energy regarding the ACA and its outcome. They're not lighting this up. The Four of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, but they will have some options to look at. But it doesn't feel like concessions. This feels like they know what, if they give in, right? The Five of Wands is here. The Five of Cups and the three fives, conflict. There's a fight, okay? It feels like if they give in, what they will lose. They will lose greatly. You have the Magician here. Is the Magician, is three major. The Magician is here for them, okay? So they have the power to get what they want. They have everything. For some reason, that's what I'm hearing. They know what's on the line with the Ten of Pentacles, the legacy, their legacy. You have the Knight of Cups here. Next to the Magician, it's like things, you're getting this. You're getting what you want. Okay. Doesn't feel bad. Let's look at the Republicans. And then we'll look at the elections, and then I'll let you go. Okay. Okay. All right. Republicans' energy regarding the outcome of the shutdown. Can you show me their energy, please? Republicans. I can't wait to eat dinner. All right, we got the star. I have to shuffle some more. It's the same exact energy. Okay. Interesting. Sort of. We'll see what the other... Okay, we got 2 here. 8 of Pentacles, a star. 2 of Cups. 10 of Wands. Knight of Cups. 10 of Swords. Not good. 2 tens. They're at the end. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Next to the 10 of Pentacles. The Tower. Queen of Swords. And the ultimate energy surrounding the outcome for the Republicans regarding the government shutdown. I have to pull these up. Tell me the ultimate overarching energy regarding your outcome, please. Please. Hermit on the bottom. 8 of Swords. Let's start here. 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is about their legacy as well. They have the same kind of cards, but not really. Okay? Energetically, there's similar things going on, but different. I'm saying it wrong. Energetically, the cards are under the same theme, but the story is different. Okay? 10 of Pentacles is about your legacy, stability, your future. The 5 of Pentacles came out after it. And the 5 of Pentacles is like isolation, loss, bankruptcy, in every sense of the word. It's an energy where you feel like you are left out in the cold. You feel like you have nothing left. You know, you're morally bankrupt, spiritually, emotionally. You got no friends. You are in the NFL, no friends left. Okay. That came after the Ten of Pentacles. It's about how it's about like your long-term legacy, how people also look at you. The Five of Pentacles came out next to that. So not really good in terms of like how people are looking at you and your outcome. Okay, and you have the scope here. You have the Knight of Cups in between the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Just 2 10, so it's an end to burdens and it's a painful ending. Knight of Cups is about like charisma. It's about Knight of Cups. You would think of like a movie star. And this movie star, everyone's drawn to them and they're flocking to them. But they have they have two tens on here, on this side. They're in between the Ten of Wands, which is burdens. You can't see in front of yourself for all the burdens you're carrying. And the Ten of Swords, which is like painful ending. Betrayal. The messages with these tens, though, is like, yeah, you're at the end of these things. You'll be able to move on. So this thing, the Knight of Cups, I also kind of view it as like your reputation, in a sense. Cups is about emotions and love and all that good stuff. Knight of Cups is about like people liking you and being drawn to you, and it's sort of the same, their popularity. The 2 10 squeezing the life out of it. Okay. They're working hard. They will get some things through, They will get some things through. Those are these 3 cards here. The 8 of Pentacles, the Star, and the 2 of Cups. Okay. They're working to find, but there's like things squeezing, making it, squeezing the life out of the energy. These surrounding cards here. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is balance, working together. It's interesting that they got these sort of emotional cards coming out here. 1 Queen of Swords, but they're again, the energy here is like pushing down, it feels like. And I'm not just saying that because I dislike them. They have the Star. They're going to get some things, okay, that they're pushing for. But the Tower's here. And the Democrats got the Tower. Let's ask the same question and see what this is, because I'm not quite sure. But that's not true, because you have the 10s here, you have the 5 here. Democrats had 3 5s. 555. I should look that up, what that angel number is. Let me do that real quick. I'm veering off, guys. Just walk with me, Walk with me. Why does this keep happening? I don't know what's going on with the internet, but it doesn't want to work suddenly. Oh my goodness. Jeez. All right. 555, significant change. Transformation and growth in one's life. So that's what they had. 3 5s. Anyway, back to the Republicans. Let's see what this is. This is from their energy, okay? Does the Tower represent Republicans defeat over the Democrats. They're saying no. Clear the center. Does the tower represent Republicans losing regarding negotiations and the government shutdown? I'm saying yes. The tower's next to the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, it's intellectual power. It's clarity. It's, can't get one over on the King and Queen of Swords. You can't get one over on any of the kings and the queens. But then intellectually, their tower is next to the tower. So there's something there. I mean, we know what that is. And I'm trying to be... I don't want to make it look like I am swaying this reading in something because they're the opposition. But honestly, energetically, they will get things, yes. But it's things that it feels like the energy is squeezing them in a way. But they're focused and surefire on trying to get what they want with the Eight of Pentacles, on expanding something. But it's a struggle for them. They're having a hard time. I don't think they realize the Eight of Swords is the ultimate energy. They feel trapped. Their back is against the wall. I don't think they realize the Democrats would fight this hard. I didn't think they realized that. I thought they thought it will be smooth sailing, but no sirree Bob. Let's look at the elections real quick. Show me the energetic outcome for Democrats regarding November 4th. Show me it's like, all right, let me just pull the cards first, then I'll say. Two of Wands, okay. Was that the Three of Wands? Three of Wands. There's Three of Wands before too. High Priestess. Oh, that came out and it wants to do it. Okay. I might have to shuffle. No. Oh. Seven of Cups. Knight of Swords. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Five of Pentacles. The Empress. Nine of Pentacles. Very nice. Five of Wands. I'll put that up here. The Wheel of Fortune. Very nice. Six of Cups. Two of Swords. Okay, that's it. I feel it. Okay. Five of Pentacles again and the Five of Wands again. We have 1, 2, 3. Three major cards. The Empress, the High Priestess, and the Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Very, very much, very much a mixed bag, but not in a bad way. Feels like they know. I might have to pull a clarifier for the High Priestess because I'm not really sure what that's trying to tell me. The High Priestess. What is that trying to tell me? Like a mystery, it feels like. No, I don't see delays. Perhaps I'm undecided. That's what it kind of feels like. Maybe an undecided outcome for some people. You know, High Priestess is like mysteries. You know, this is next to the Three of Wands is about waiting for results. You know? Let me clarify. King of Cups. It's intuition. There's a knowing here in the energy. It doesn't feel bad. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Five of Wands is there, you know. It feels, the energy of the Democrats regarding election feels introspective. There may be even some, like, with the Five of Wands, honestly, it feels like they're afraid. With the Five of Pentacles, it feels like low morale. You know what I mean? That's what this feels more. It doesn't feel external. It feels more internal. Okay? Which is interesting that they're choosing to show me this. But the major cards, the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune, it really feels like a lot of surprise. It's like they don't know. This here, they're waiting for results. They're waiting. But this is about foresight too. And this is about foresight, the High Priestess, like intuition. This is about intuition. And this feels like internal conflict. Okay? We know we're going to win. It's like they're saying, and I feel in the energy they're going to have a lot of success. But it's like we know that we're going to win, but we don't want to do too much. There's also a feeling of self-doubt coming from them. Okay? There's excitement. There's, you know, a way to move forward. They see that. Give me a clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune. Then we'll move on to the Democrats. Then I shall free you guys, because I've been talking for 1,000 hours. Sorry, it's a mess. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles is there. Yeah, that's what it feels. Page of Swords, transformation, death. The Hermit, also, like, they know this is big time serious stuff. But it feels successful for them. But in their energy, they're like biting their nails. Also feels like fear of cheating, you know. That's what it feels like. Let's do this one. I'll keep it this one. Show me the Republicans for November 4th. Their energetic outcome. The Republicans. Didn't feel like loss for the Democrats. Feels like it's interesting what their energy, the overall energy is just showing me this sort of like internal, you know. But remember the major cards that was there. That's what's important too. That's the big, you know, long-term stuff. The Empress was there, the Wheel of Fortune. Here's swords on the bottom. Just making sure. Oh, they got all the good cards. Alright, these cards are literally just pulled. Use a different deck. If those cards come out again, those are their cards. But I think I've used over those. But it was literally the same cards. Republicans. Now if those cards come out again, those were their cards. Republicans energy. I'm tired. Tired of shuffling. 5 of Cups on the bottom. Eight of Wands. Death. The Magician. Ace of Wands. 4 of Cups. The Moon. 8 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. The Hierophant. King of Pentacles. They're gonna have some wins too. They're gonna have some wins too. King of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. Ace of Cups. Maybe the ultimate outcome for them. A lot of uncertainty though. The Fool on the bottom. The Star again. We'll see. They may have a successful and people will win. Doesn't feel like a blowout though. And also, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, 4 Cups. I don't know. You know before I started pulling. Oh shoot! Before I started pulling anything, I'm getting really tired, by the way. But before I started pulling anything, I was just like, I had a thought occur to me, like, what if would they be emboldened enough to cheat again? The answer is I don't know. There is some uncertainty. I'll tell you that. But they may have some wins in some places. It doesn't look terrible for them. Doesn't look terrible. Well, they cheat. They may. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them. Democrats felt more afraid in that there's a lot of sense of knowing and a lot of like, what if we lose again? That's what it felt like in the energy. That's what they showed me. They didn't show me like they're biting their scared. Okay. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's all I got. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna do channel messages. Please like this video so it can be seen. Let me know what you think down below. Again, guys, this, it's not bad. I don't want y'all to be like, oh my god. It's not bad. Okay? I will see you guys tomorrow. Like the video. Bye.